Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Eleanor and this is going to be my reading and channel goals and plans for 2022. Sorry if you can hear lots of background noise. It's raining very heavily outside and my cat is very playful today, so there might be some background things that I can't ignore, but this is the only way I'm going to get a video filmed and up for you today. I also just want to say thank you so much for 500 subscribers. It's not a number I ever thought I would really reach, just because BookTube is a very small part of the internet. But I'm very thankful for all of you who are subscribed and continue to watch and engage with my videos. And this is a wee plug that if you watch my videos and aren't subscribed, please do subscribe. It really helps me out. And I'm really excited that I can say that I doubled my subscribers from this time last year when I was doing my 2021 reading and channel plans video. I've now doubled my numbers, and it would be really cool if in the next year could do that again and double them again and maybe get to 1,000 subscribers. But I won't hold my breath for that. That's obviously quite a big lofty goal, but we'll see what happens. I'll also just take this moment to plug that I have a Twitter and an Instagram. I'm more likely to update my Twitter than Instagram. I've kind of gone away from Instagram a bit. I don't update it as often. And I won't make any promises with that. I'm also just going to blanket statement, just kind of move past what my goals were for 2021. I didn't make any of them really in their entirety, except reading 52 books, which I did manage, at least. Last year was just a bit of a washout over the latter half of the year, so I'm just going to move on, not dwell on that, and just explain and talk to you about my goals for this coming year. Again, I've set my reading goal for 52 books. I think that's a really attainable goal for me, and it is one I have managed to reach and in some cases surpass over the last few years, and I'm very pleased with that. I'm not someone that can read hundreds of books in a year. It's just never going to happen. So 52 is very attainable for me, and I'm all about those achievable goals. I don't like setting myself up for failure. I'm also this year not going to set a yearly TBR. I did try to do that last year, but it kind of derailed itself. Instead, I'm going to set more kind of generalised goals. Something that I really want to focus on this year is reading more books written by independent authors or self-published. I think these stories are so amazing, and the authors wear so many hats. They're the writer, they're the editor, they're the marketing team, they're the art and style of the book, they're everything, and it's so amazing to see what these authors can come up with and create. And I've read some really awesome self-published books in 2021, and I would love to continue doing that and supporting them this coming year as well. So if you've got any recommendations, I would love to hear them in the comments. I've got a few on my radar and I want to pick up, but I'm always looking for more books to add to my list. In the same vein, I also want to continue to focus on highlighting and reading books written by Scottish authors and or set in Scotland, and that kind of showcase a true depiction of Scotland. We're a very small country and we have some amazing writers here as well, and I really think it's important to support the authors of your country, and I want to continue doing that this year as well, and highlighting on my channel and sharing them out there into the world. I think it's what I should use my platform for. Again, it's also really important to me that I continue to read diversely, and for me that is something that I enjoyed doing in a very particular way last year, and I want to continue doing this year, and that's reading books that have been translated. I think translated books lend so much interesting discussions to a culture. And a culture that I read a lot of translated books from was Russia. And I think it really adds such an interesting element and dynamic to the story. The book series was set in Russia, the characters were written by a Russian, and you can see the cultural differences. You really don't branch out much when you only focus on reading books that are written by UK, Europe-centric and American kind of perspectives. And I think it's important to read translated books and get a wider picture of the world. And that is again something I want to kind of focus in on and read more translated books this year. So again, if you've got any recommendations, I would love to hear them in the comments. I'm always on the lookout for interesting books. I also want to ensure that when I'm reading this year, I'm actually enjoying what I'm reading. And I did really well with that last year, but I'm also still quite hesitant to put a book down when I'm not enjoying it. And I need to get out of that mindset and allow myself to put a book down and DNF it if that is the way I'm feeling. Because I can read 52 books in a year, more books are published like that in a minute. So I don't want to kind of narrow myself in on books I'm not enjoying and continue to trying to finish them, put myself in a reading slump, and then I'm not able to actually read all these books out there that I really desperately do want to read and would enjoy far more. So I need to kind of get into the mindset of allowing myself to put a book down if I'm not enjoying it. I also think that's a really important kind of aspect to my reading. I also won't promise that I will get a video out every single week, like I did kind of try to do last year and the year before. My health is still not the best, but I do want to kind of get back into the routine and post more regularly, but I cannot promise how often videos will come. But that's why you should subscribe if you're looking and interested in more books. I have discovered over this last year or two that my true main top passion in reading is science fiction. I do still love fantasy to bits, but I'm more selective with my fantasy than I am with my science fiction. So that's my channel's kind of veered more into that kind of side of things, and I'm thoroughly enjoying my reading and the angle I'm going at. I want to continue with this channel to improve my ability to review books and talk about them, and I'm just excited for this year ahead, and hopefully I'll get more videos out to you soon. All these are very generalised goals, and I do understand that, but I don't want to kind of constrain myself too far in. I ended up with a video last year that I didn't achieve any of the goals on them, whereas if I read at least one book off of each of the lists that I would like to focus on this year, I've achieved my goals, and I'm all about that. So thank you for watching this video. I'm so pleased to have you here, part of this channel. Continue to follow along, and I always welcome recommendations in the comments for books I should pick up, books you think I might be interested in, things I should check out. Video ideas possibly as well, I would always welcome that. If there's any video in particular you'd love to see from me, have at it. All I can do is say, no, I'm not interested in doing that, which is totally fine. So I've rambled on long enough now. So thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you aren't already. Check out my links in the description for all my social media, and come on this adventure for 2022 and we'll see where we end up.